So for step 57, the roof rails, well, we're going to grab our roof rail system and then grab all of these pieces right here and the smaller pieces, the R5. So here is the roof rack or roof rails, however you want to call that. There are our pieces and there is our hardware. So I'll set this up and let's put those pieces on. So let's attach this one first. And you can see that there's sort of a dotted line that they're showing on the underside of these rails. And you can see here that there are two markings right there. So this is actually going to sit in between. And of course, that's why there's also that raised section in the middle, so that when you put it on, it actually isn't going to move out of the way. So if we grab that and we grab this, and you can see that in this case, they want the raised section up. That's going to sit over top, just like that. And you can sort of see how that's going to attach onto there. So we'll grab one of our screws, one of our washers, get that back up into there. Put this right there. And you can see that because of the washer, we're going to need to put that there and into there. So I'm just going to sort of screw this in slightly to begin with. Just want to make sure that it actually is going in okay. Yes. So I'll grab the other one and we'll stick that through there. Okay. Oops. Just need to be able to move that around. Same thing. Just want to make sure that it's actually seated properly. Okay, so now that I know that the underside is in, I'm going to start screwing these in. You sort of get an idea from how that's going to sit. Now you can see that this is going to slide around a bit. So I'm not sure that I'm going to lock this down completely, because depending on how the other, like the actual roof rack that sits on top of this is going to sit, you may want this to slide a bit just so that it's not, depending on the perfect position. So I don't want to tighten this down if in fact we're going to have to move it around slightly so that it'll be a better fit. So I think honestly I may not do much more than that. I'll let it sit like that until we know. So it's now just going to be a matter of doing each of these, and because this is going to be fairly repetitive, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that off camera, and then we'll come back and take a last look. Well, actually, we are going to do one more because it is slightly different, so I want to make sure that you see this. You can see that the little piece is at the very back because there is another grayed out notch, which you can see back here. So this is going to be sitting right at the back inside of there. So that's where it's going to go, and that's how it's going to look. But you can also see that this piece is the reverse of what we had there. So the screws were here and the open holes at the back. Well, now at the very back, the screws are there and the open holes are facing forward. So if we stick this through and into there, just get it started. And we'll do the same with another one. Because these guys are pretty tiny screws. So again, we're going to have to line this up, make sure that it's correct. There it is. And stick that through. There we go. Nope, that's not where we go. Let's try this again. Come on. This one doesn't seem to want to go in. Let's get it into the hole. There we go. Okay, so knowing that, I'm just going to screw this in. Okay, and I've tightened it up a bit, but if I just loosen it off just a touch, that still means we can move this back and forth, just in case. So I'm now going to do the other side, and then we'll come back and take a final look. Okay, so there we go. There are the 4 points where the roof rack are going to attach, and I've just left things a little loose, just in case the way in which it's attached needs to be adjusted. So I haven't screwed those in all the way, but that is essentially what it's going to look like when you've finished this step. So step 57 is complete, so we're going to move on to step 58, and we're going to attach this to the body.